to release and to cleanse ourselves every time that we set the intention to do so. So even previous to this morning being what it was, I had already thought about planting the seed of intention in today's practice. So of course, like always, there is room for you to set your own intention. However, I just want you to remember that yoga, the breath, the air, the heat that we build up within our body, the fire, the earth that is our body, when we move this all around and the water all around, we offer ourselves the opportunity to cleanse through those elements and to release what's no longer serving us. So through this practice today, that is the intention, to draw in that which is going to nourish us and to release that which is not serving us. So from your seated position, I'm sure you're comfortable by now, but just making sure that you feel those roots grounding down. Inhale and gently engage your Mula Bandha, zipping up the pelvic floor, tightening the stomach as you engage your Uddiyana Bandha, and allowing that to support a nice, tall spine. Notice the space in between each and every vertebrae. And notice your crown lengthening up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale the air all the way out of your mouth. Two more, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Gently seal your lips and allow the breath to flow in through your nose and out through your nose with steady ease. So there's a balance on the inhale and the exhale. Gently drawing your hands together to meet at the heart center. Setting an intention for your practice, or simply reflecting on the ability to draw in light and love and to release anything that is no longer serving. Gently tuck your chin to your chest and just honor the love and the light that's within yourself and honoring the love and light within all living things. Hatha Yoga Shasana. Gently coming just to hands on your lap. Reach your right hand to your left knee, gently placing your left hand behind you for a simple twist. You're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, start at the base of the spine, and then the middle body, and then the shoulders and neck. Allowing your gaze to shift towards the back left of the room you're in, and keeping your stomach engaged. Dropping your shoulders down. Gently inhale, come back to center. And then switch sides. Left hand goes on the right knee, right hand goes behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist from the lower back all the way up through the top of the crown. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears as you breathe in and breathe out. Inhale leads you back to center. And finding all fours, tabletop position. You're gonna run through your cat-cows. So spread the fingers open wide. Knees are under your hips. Drop the belly down as you lift up your chest and tailbone. And then curling your spine, allow the air to come out as you push those hands and knees into the ground. And then back up. So roll through this maybe 5 times, but really make sure to connect your breath with your motion. When you're finished, come back to tabletop position. Gently inhale your right hand high to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle. So right shoulder is going to go onto the mat. The arm is nice and long, palm is face up. As you gently rest that ear onto the mat, take a breath in, and then exhale and sit your hips back towards your heels. Coming back up, pressing into your palm, reaching the right hand back to the sky, and then exhale all fours. Switching sides, you're going to inhale the left hand high to the sky, and then exhale, threading the needle, placing that left shoulder onto the mat, palm face up, ear goes down. If you did on the other side, walk the right hand up towards the top of the mat, and then exhale, sitting your hips back towards your heels. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep that breath nice and long, in through the nose and out through the nose. When you feel that balance point, gently press your palm into the mat, reaching your left hand back up to the sky, and then exhale all fours, tabletop position. Preparing for your downward facing dog, make sure those fingers are spread open wide at shoulder width distance. Your pointer finger is facing the top of your mat. As you tuck your toes and lift your hips, push back into that down dog, leaving your elbows with a slight bend, pedaling your feet out from left to right, lengthening the heels towards the mat, and then bending, maybe come up onto both tippy toes, and then back down, go the heels to the tippy toes, and then back down. Allowing your head to relax so that way the spine is elongated from your tailbone all the way through the crown. And from your tailbone down to your heels, there's another line of energy. Breathing in and out through the nose. Pulling your belly in as if you're hollowing out the stomach here. Two more deep breaths. On your next exhale, bend your knees, drop them to the ground. You can open them wide as you bring the big toes to touch and find an extended child's pose. Reaching your arms up towards the top, rolling your shoulders down and back. Just feeling the support of the earth. As always, this is a resting pose, and you are welcome to come back to this pose at any time. We're going to take 3 to 5 more breaths here. Good. You can stay in this resting pose, or you can tuck your toes, lift your hips, and come into a down dog for 10 breaths, so there's no rush. From your downward facing dog, if you're not there yet, make your way there. Lift your right foot high to the sky, as high as you can. Get that heel up, up, up. Good. And then stack the hip. Really important. Try to get that right hip on top of the left. Bend your knee. And then rotate 3 times with that knee, as wide as you can in each direction. 3-legged dog. When you're done, as high up as you can, and then downward facing dog. Switching sides, left foot high to the sky, lifting that heel up, 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 and then stack the hip left on top of right, bend the knee, and rotate 3 times. Inhale, 3-legged dog when you're done. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze towards your hands. And exhale as you gently walk your feet up to meet your wrists for a ragdoll. So keeping the feet hip width distance apart, bending the knees a lot. Drop your head down towards the crown. Grab opposite elbows and just hang out. Big, deep breaths. Bend those knees a lot. Let the head be heavy. Think about letting go of any thoughts that are not in this present moment. Just allowing yourself to be fully here and now. Releasing your arms down. Heel toe your feet together to touch. And then inhale, stacking your Tadasana from your feet, your knees, your hips. Shoulders can roll up to the ears and back and down. Fingers reach towards the ground. There's an active rooting through the lower 3 energy centers. So feeling the root of the feet and the lower belly and the fingers reaching down. And then the rise of the heart, the throat, your third eye and crown. And gently inhale your arms to the side, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Nice and slow motion. As your head goes down, inhale, halfway lift, pulling the head to a long line in front of the hips. Hands come to your shins. Elbows are tucking into those hip crease lines. And then exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, arms go wide for a reverse swan dive as you reach all the way out and up. Exhale, hands come to your sides, Tadasana. Again, inhale, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands come to your sides. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. So sit those hips back like you're going to find a chair. Arms can reach forward to begin, sucking in the lower belly. And then as you're ready, hands come up. Shoulders roll into socket as you breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Two more. Find your drishti or your focus point. Where do your eyes go to help you stay present? Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms onto the mat and step back into a high plank, top of a push-up. Take a breath in. You can lower to your knees if you'd like to. Exhale will lower you down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet and inhale, upward facing dog. Take a breath here. Look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center, looking over your left shoulder. Coming back to center. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, your right foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, step it through for crescent lunge. So take your time to set the foundation. You're on your back toes. Your front foot is planted directly under the knee. When you're ready, there's equal weight in both legs. Hands can come to the hips, to the heart, and then up as you feel prepared. Once you're in the asana, once you're in the pose, you focus on your drishti, your breath, and your intention. Noticing the stomach is engaged, your bhandas. Take one more breath here, in. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. So spread that back heel down. The stance widens a bit. Good. Checking the foundation, making sure you've got that alignment. Making sure your front knee is not caving in. Good. Let's roll the shoulders down the back and reach those hands actively away from one another. Chin and gaze is over that front middle finger as the top of your crown reaches up for the sky. Breathe in. And exhale, windmill your hands all the way down. It's an optional vinyasa, so you can choose to go straight to down dog, or you can go chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling up dog, and exhale down dog. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, left foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, step it through, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, just like the other side. Balance the weight. Set the foundation. Engage your bandhas, those energy locks as your hands come to heart and then above head. Finding your focus point as you breathe victorious breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Last one, inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Spread that back heel down, pressing through the outside edge of the back foot. The arch lifts. That arch is in line with the heel and toes of the front foot. Your knee is over that front ankle. Beautiful. Your hips are open. And you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. As you're ready, inhale. And then exhale, windmilling the hands down, planting the palms, stepping it back for optional vinyasa. Chaturanga Dandasana will lead you down. Inhale, rises up. And exhale, push back to downward dog or child's pose. Please listen to your body right now. If it's time to reconnect with the breath, go into child's pose. Good. Making your way to your down dog if you are not there yet. Inhale, gaze in between your palms. Exhale as you walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands can meet above your head. And then exhale them to your sides, Tadasana. Let's find our tree pose. So left foot's the foundation first, Vrikshasana. Lift up your toes. One by one, place them down. Bending your right knee, opening the hip to the side. And then deciding, do I want to leave my foot right there as a kickstand? Do I want to bring it into my calf? Or go up above into my inner thigh? Push the two together. Engage your lower belly. Feel the upper belly engage, and when you feel stable at the heart, then you can rise the hands up above your head. Find your focus point and the breath and intention. So feeling in connection with Mother Earth and Father Sky, and just feeling really all that you need, whatever that intention is, what's going to serve you, flowing from bottom to top and top to bottom here. Each exhale, releasing anything no longer serving. Stick with the breath. Honoring and noticing any sensations that arise. Yoga is a practice, right, of getting ourselves to this point of a little bit of uncomfort. We're crossing the line of what's comfortable for us, but we're not crossing into pain. So it's always about riding that space where you can breathe. And yeah, you notice the sensations are there, but they're not painful. So if at any point you need to release, you do. We're going for 2 more breaths. Your next exhale, allowing your hands to come to heart center, gently releasing the foot, and taking 3 deep breaths in your Tadasana. Lifting up your right toes, one by one, placing them back down, trying to control each toe individually. Lift up your left knee, open it to the side, kickstanding, and then finding the same place that you did on the other side. So if you went into the inner thigh on the other side, go there here. Observing, practicing svadhyaya. Self-observation without judgment. It's one of the most potent, powerful things we can do. Is just notice. Not in a way of it being good or bad or right or wrong, but simply noticing without judgment. Observing. Try to tune into being that catalyst, the line of energy from the sky to earth, earth to sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, option to look towards the palms. As you exhale, drawing them to heart center. And releasing that left foot down into Tadasana for 3 breaths. Feel your shoulders melting down away from the ears. Are you two capable of doing reverse prayer? Can you put the hands behind your back? And if not, just grab opposite elbows. So behind your back, fingers go up, and if not, then behind your back, just grabbing opposite elbows. If you're trying to do reverse prayer, you literally want to try to creep the hands up the back. And notice as you do this, and if you're just grabbing opposite elbows, that's fine. But notice how the chest and the shoulders change. We spend so much time rolling our shoulders forward, curling our chest forward, that a lot of times this pose we feel in the wrists, but notice the subtle changes in the chest. Gently releasing the hands down. You can rotate the wrist in front of you 3 times in each direction. Okay, let's open the feet hip width distance apart and find our yogi squat. So if you need the block there, that's okay. Put the block underneath your bottom. So it's almost like you're just gonna sit on that block. If you need the block up high, like you see, if you don't have a block, that's okay. Go wide horse legs. But if you have a block, you can lift that block up high and just find it under your seat. Hands come to the inner knees, or elbows rather, to the inner knees, and then hands together at heart center. And breathe. If you're in horse, you might not hold it as long as if you're sitting on something. So meaning if your muscles are holding you up versus relaxing into it. We've got 3 more breaths if you can. Think about those shoulders rolling back like we just did in the reverse prayer. Good. Can you find your way to your mat with hands coming behind you? Seated on your mat. Extend your legs forward. Move the flesh out of the way of the sit bones. Inhale, arms up to the sky. So you've got the letter L going on with your body right now. Your toes are actively reaching towards your hips. Inhale, suck in the belly. And exhale, find a seated forward fold. So the intention of this here is to feel your body relax. So once you've grabbed the hands under the legs or behind the feet, you want to gently just move the body closer to the legs. And sometimes it's nice to even put a blanket or a block where you can feel the connection. So there's something there that is connecting the chest and the knees. Or perhaps the head and the shin. Or maybe just the stomach and the upper thighs. It's just a bringing together. Ah. Gently coming up. We're going to find both pose, Dandasana, or Navasana, pardon me, Navasana. So move the flesh out of the way, hands start behind your thighs. You're going to shift back so that way you're on your glutes. Hands are behind the thighs, shoulders are rolled back. You've got a nice long line from your hips all the way up through the crown. Try not to curl the back. Keep the spine straight. And then release one hand and then the other hand. You're trying to keep the hands, the feet high, the head high. It's okay to shake. Breathe. Two more. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Last one. Breathe in. Lift up the feet and hands. Oh, exhale. Cross the legs. Plant the palms. Step or jump it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, your right foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Spin your back heel down. Keep those hips facing forward. Root through the hips and the legs. Feeling the stomach engage. When you're stable at the heart, go ahead and lift the hands up. Bending your knees so that way it's over that front ankle. Good, breathe. This is Virabhadrasana, warrior one. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. So spin the back heel down, open the hips now so that way they're open to the side, beautiful. Feel the hips press down, and then you've got a nice long spine, good. Gaze is over that front middle finger. Can you interlace your hands behind your back? Take a breath in. Exhale, humble warrior. Drop the right shoulder next to the right knee and let the hands come up over. The head is going to go down to the ground. Or down towards the ground, not to the ground. But keep the belly strong as you inhale, rise back up. Warrior two. And straightening that front leg. Good. Triangle pose. So reach forward and then tick-tock the arms down. The right hand might rest on your shin or the block. Left hand is reaching up towards the sky. Breathe in. And breathe out. Your gaze is up towards that left hand. Stomach is strong as you inhale, rise up and reverse your triangle. So keep your right toe pointed. Just think about lifting up out of that right hip, up with the right hand, and then pull the body back. Oh, and feel that stretch of the psoas, of the muscles that support your torso. You breathe. Inhale, rises back up. Arms are wide. Can you turn your right toe in? So toes in for a wide-legged forward fold. So toes are in, arms are open, heels are out. Take a breath in, and then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So just let the body hang down. Hands can line up with the toes. Deep breaths, ujjayi breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, rises you up, pivoting the right toe forward, warrior two for one full breath. Exhale and kneel the hands down. Step it back. It's an optional vinyasa. You don't have to do it. You can if you'd like. From your downward facing dog, inhale, left foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, warrior one. Placing that front foot under the knee. Spin your back heel down. Hips are forward. Hands come to heart. Engage the belly. When you feel stable at the heart, lifting the hands up towards the sky. Finding that focus point. Breathe in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. One more, breathe in. Exhale, hands interlace behind your back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Drop your left shoulder next to the left knee. Hands go up and head goes down. Keep pressing through the outside edge of the right foot. Stomach is strong to rise you back up. Warrior two. Straightening your front leg. Finding triangle. So reach forward and then tick-tock the arms down. Left hand is on the shin, right hand is reaching up. Or maybe you're actually, that left hand is going towards the big toe. So you want to reach forward as much as you can. Good. Rotating that right hip open. One more breath. Inhale, coming up, stomach is strong. Right hand goes to the back leg. Left hand comes up for a reverse triangle. Press through the big toe. Lift out of the left hip. And then feel that whole side body, mid-torso stretch. Good. Exhale, hands come back to center line. Pivot your left toe in. Toes are in, heels are out. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold with a bind. Don't let go of the bind without coming back up. And if you need to just grab opposite elbows, you can. Remember, breathing in love and light. and releasing anything no longer serving you. Inhale is going to rise you up, let the hands lead, and then the chest comes up. Pivoting the right toes forward, or pardon me, pivoting back into warrior two. Take a breath in, and then exhale, windmill your hands down, planting the palms. Optional vinyasa, you don't have to do it. And let's see. If pigeon is in your practice, you're going to go into it from here. But if not, if you need to do a reclining pigeon, you can go onto your back. So pigeon pose, of course, if you're doing traditional, you're going to go right foot to the sky and then right knee to your right wrist. Working the foot up towards the left wrist. Checking the back leg, making sure that it's in a straight line, foot included. If you're on your back for a reverse, you can use your arms to hold the knee up, or you could simply cross your right ankle onto your left knee and then interlace your hands underneath that left thigh, pulling it towards your body. If you're in a traditional pigeon pose, take the opportunity to recline it. So think about lengthening the spine as you bring the elbows down to the mat. Maybe double stack your fists to rest your forehead on. Deep breathing here. Try to notice the balance in the inhale and exhale. And remember, we're taking ourselves to that point of growth, which means it's a little uncomfortable. We're past our comfort zone, but we're not in a point of pain at all. It's a sweet spot. If you're in your reclining pigeon, push your hands into the mat, coming back up. If you're in your, if you're on your back, just stay in that pose for a moment as we tuck our back toes, lifting the right foot up and high to the sky. Down dog. Left foot goes up to the sky, and then exhale, pigeon pose. So if you're on your back, switching sides, left knee to the left wrist, right foot is directly behind you, leg and foot in one line. It's okay if one side is different than the other. Just take a few deep breaths and observe. So the observation might be that it's different, but that's not good or bad. It's just what it is. And reclining this pigeon, if you did on the other side. Trying to put some sort of pressure on the forehead if it's an option for you, just to trigger that relaxation response. Two more breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Gently pushing your hands into the mat. If you're on your back, again, feel free to stay there as we push this leg up into three-legged dog and downward facing dog. Crossing your legs to jump or step through. And coming onto your back if you're not already there. Releasing the pigeon if you were in a reclining pigeon and just bringing the pads of the feet to touch, the knees to open wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. You need support for the knees. You can use anything there to on the underneath of the thighs. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very gently drawing the knees together and then into the body for a big hug. Hugging yourself like you really, really love you. Keep your right leg in, left leg goes down to the mat for supine twist. So pull that right leg close and then exhale it across the body. Only to the point where you can keep that right shoulder and elbow on the mat. Lengthening the back of the neck towards the back wall in your house or room. And then gently turning the chin towards the right. Gently inhale, coming back to center. Squeezing both legs in. Keep the left leg in, extend the right leg down to the mat. Inhale, left leg close, and then exhale it across the body. Keeping the left shoulder and elbow on the mat. Lengthening the head and neck, and then gently turning the chin towards the left. Notice where you feel the stretch in your body. Breathe into that area. So try to imagine as you take the breath in, there's that golden light coming in on the breath and riding into that place where you feel the sensations. Gently inhale, bringing the leg back to center. Squeezing both in once again. And placing the feet hip width distance apart next to the glutes, as close to the glutes as you can get them. Hands are at your side for an easy bridge pose. So start with your bhandas, an internal engagement, and then start to curl the pelvic floor up, lifting the hips up towards the sky, hollowing out behind the shoulders without clasping hands. Just hollow it out. Keep the hands facing down, palms down. And imagine lifting the chin a bit away from the chest. See if you can push into those legs a little more. Breathe here as you lift, lift, lift. You can do it. 3 more breaths. Last one, breathe in, get those hips as high as you can. And then exhale, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Windshield wiper your knees from left to right. Good. Come back to center. Pull the knees into the body. And then find happy baby pose. So grab the outside edges of your feet. Use your hands to pull the knees down towards the ground on each side of you. Your feet are flexed, and it's as if they're pressing up against the ceiling. Notice the rise of your stomach with each breath you take. Two more deep breaths. On your exhale, you can release the pose. Pull your legs in for one final hug. Remember the intention that you set for your practice today as you seal that in by squeezing every muscle, engaging it all as you get ready to release and let it all go in Shavasana. Final resting pose. A very important pose indeed. Allow yourself the opportunity to set it up properly. So open up the arms and legs. Take up space. If there's anything you're touching, just kind of move it over. Palms are face up if it's comfortable. An openness to self, to yourself, to your true self. There is no longer a need to try to control your breath or to focus on the intention or anything else for that matter. Now is just the space to be. When we allow ourselves to just be, especially after a potent practice like yoga, the energy is moving through our body and there is literally DNA imprints happening. So just allow for that to happen by just being. Imagine yourself surrounded with golden light, the light of love, the light of healing, the light of union. As you feel this golden light all around you, start to notice that it is in fact penetrating your skin and touching your muscles, allowing the golden light to flow through your blood and in your organs, your joints and your ligaments. Just feeling this union, this love and healing in every cell in and around your body. Shavasana. Very gently allow a breath to come in and just lay there for a moment. Just notice the air come in. Another deep breath in. Noticing the heat of the body, the fire within your body. Another breath, acknowledging the water that is you. And of course, gratitude with the last breath here for the earth that supports us and that is also us. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms up over your head. Bending your knees. Rolling onto the right side. Coming into a fetal position. Double stacking your knees. Using your arm as a pillow. Let's take a breath here in through the nose. Sighing it out through the mouth. Use the strength of your hands to push yourself up into a comfortable seat. Sukhasana. Gently pulling your hands to your heart center, pressing the palms into one another evenly. Letting the shoulders relax as the thumbs gently rest there on your chest. We'll end today's practice with the sound of Om. Please feel free to join. Gently inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to prepare. Honoring the love and the light that is you. Honoring the love and the light that is within every other living thing. Humbly, I say namaste. Thank you for your presence here today. I do hope that it has served you. And moving forward, I will end the calls in a fashion like this that you can stay in Shavasana or a state of meditation if you'd like. I love you all. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will be in touch via email before next Monday. Blessings.